Now, just to confirm to everybody at home, I haven't had you write down this star sign.
No.
Honestly, have you written down what star sign this is or anything? Have I told you to think of this?
No.
Have you told me what it is before we started recording?
No.
You're the only person that knows what this star sign is that you're thinking of in your head. Fair?
Yeah.
Honest?
Honestly, yeah.
Honestly?
Yeah.
And this is not set up in advance?
No.
Cool. All right, think about it. Look at me. You're thinking of... you're thinking of, by chance, it just so happens to be my star sign, Virgo. Are you thinking of Virgo? Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah. I didn't pick it because of you.
I know that. That's it. That's
What?
That's that's how clean it is.
How the hell did you do that? Okay, wait a minute. No one could have known that.
Oh, was that good?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Genuinely, like, okay. Okay. You've got a chip. He's got to put a chip in me or something to read my mind.
Welcome to another episode of Fuller. I'm Lloyd.
I'm Kaylee.
And today I'm going to show you something. I'm going to try something which I think is, I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But I'm going to try and do a bit of mind reading for you.
Okay.
And this is the first time I've ever really done something like this.
Okay.
All right. So before we begin, have I set up with you anything in advance? Have I told you to? Have I forced any information on you?
No.
Have I made? Is this prearranged?
No.
Are you in on this in any way?
No.
Okay. So what I want you to do is think of a star sign. Do you have a star sign in mind already?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And lock in. Imagine the letters of that star sign and picture it in your head. Okay. Now, just to confirm to everybody at home, I haven't had you write down this star sign.
No.
Honestly, have you written down what star sign this is or anything? Have I told you to think of this?
No.
Have you told me what it is before we started recording?
No.
You're the only person that knows what this star sign is that you're thinking of in your head. Fair?
Yeah.
Honest?
Honestly, yeah.
Honestly?
Yeah.
And this is not set up in advance?
No.
Cool. All right, think about it. Look at me. Just as a side note, if I could... I show you a lot of magic, and this isn't for the camera, but if I could get this would actually be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know, because it's so direct.
Yeah.
Okay, think about it. You're thinking of... you're thinking of, by chance, but it's not the reason you thought of it, it just so happens to be my star sign, Virgo. Are you thinking of Virgo? Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah. I didn't pick it because of you.
I know that. That's it. That's
What?
that's how clean it is.
How the hell did you do that? Okay, wait a minute. No one could have known that.
Oh, was that good?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Genuinely, like, okay. Okay. You've got a chip. He's got to put a chip in me or something to read my mind.
Should I tell you how it's done?
Yeah.
Well, first of all,
Yeah.
Fuller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt completely fooled.
Completely fooled.
Yeah.
Entertainment.
Yeah. It's quick. It's snappy. It's not a card trick.
Yeah. It's tricky to market. Well, it's very direct. So creativity, I think it's hard to mark because it's just
I can't because I don't know how you did it.
bonus points in terms of cleanliness.
That's clean as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that bonus point definitely. 5s across the board.
Really?
That's
Hell yeah.
That's really shocked me.
Is
How
it
you got
actually?
that? I'm stumped.
All right. Well, that's the whole effect. that's the trick.
it?
Yeah, that's it.
Holy.
I'm not going to tell you. Oh, I can tell you if you want.
come on.
Okay. I'm going to tell you guys at home for sure how it works. So that is you genuinely.
Yeah, I
still-
genuinely want to know, but I don't know.
All right. Okay. So that was using something called. Oh wait, let me phrase this correctly because I don't want to give it away too quickly. But you have no assumption how it could be done whatsoever.
Well, no.
Nope. Okay.
An app?
No apps. Okay, so that is using something called pre-show. So before we began, I had you write down a random date in the year,
Yeah.
in a notepad
Yeah.
that I couldn't know.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the star sign, it wasn't anything to do with that.
I've got it, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Now, can you connect the dots? Yeah.
Oh, so this was actually part of the trick?
That was part of the trick.
Oh, you little sneak!
That was part of the... So basically,
See?
it's...
Can't see it.
There you go. So what I did was, beforehand, I used Kaylee... I used knowing Kaylee...
Used me.
Against
He
her...
used me.
I used what I know about Kaylee to play into this. And you should always do suspect it. It's basically, Kaylee's number dyslexic. So... I needed a reason for Kaylee to write down information beforehand, but I also needed that information to not be the same information that I'm going to reveal. So if I revealed that Kaylee was thinking of the 12th September, she could connect those dots. Well, I did write that down.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do a star sign reveal. I know Kaylee's number dyslexic. So I said, right, before we begin, Kaylee, I know because I know
write everything down.
Kaylee confuses numbers quite easily. So I said, write down this date of birth and then figure out what star sign it is, just so you're absolutely certain. So the disconnect means that she wrote down one piece of information because it helped her.
Yeah.
But that ultimately the final piece of information, which is the star sign, wasn't predetermined, and she didn't write it down.
I didn't even link that together.
So there's a huge disconnect, and that's essentially pre-show. Now a lot of people just do it as ballsy as as blatant as write down a word like hello or whatever, like boat, and then they go, you're thinking of the word boat. Instead, people do it so obviously, which I think you would have connected the dots. But because I found a reason for Katie to write it down, which is...
And I always have to write things
down. Always has to write down numbers. So whoever your spectator is, think about why they would have to write it down. If they drew a picture, reveal the letters. Maybe not as basic as that, but try and find the good reason to write it down. I mean, Katie's case was perfect because she's number dyslexic. You could even have it so that they can write it down so that they say, I'm going to think of a very difficult word. Before we begin, write it down, show it to a friend so you're not saying it out loud, and make sure they double check the spelling, because in a minute I'm going to have you think of the letters in this word. So and then once you're certain of the spelling, throw it away. Anything like that. But in this case, it was a really great example.
Yeah.
But then what you want to do is then change that information. So this was numbers for Kaylee because she's number dyslexic, but the ultimate information came from the numbers is different to what you wrote down.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So that's what I did. And then, so I did that before I hit, well, I actually was recording it. So I did.
You little sneaker.
So so you guys, I'm going to show you the pre-show now, what I did to Kaylee.
Put him over on the sofa bank, Charlie. My hair is so...
Oh, before we start something today, I'm going to try and do something, but you generally can't know what you're going to think of in advance.
Right.
So, if you've got a pen and paper. Oh, is this your notebook? Can I use this?
Yeah.
Write down a date of birth.
Yeah.
But make sure you don't know it and you don't know the star sign. Write like a random day of the year.
Oh, so not.
Yeah, I don't want you to pre-think of it.
Not a person's day.
No,
not that I know.
Just write it down. I'm gonna go and keep cleaning the room to get ready. Okay.
And the year as well?
Doesn't really matter about the year.
Okay.
I just don't want to be able to see. I don't want you to think of it beforehand. Good.
Yeah. Should I write I've written it something dot something something.
Doesn't matter. But rip the page off so I literally can't get it. Don't let me see it. And then fold it up. Good?
Yeah.
Happy?
Yeah.
And then we just chuck these away so I can't get to it. So, this is just because it has to be random.
Yeah.
But I know you forget with numbers.
Yeah.
But I don't know that right. Good. Because when we hit record, I must not know what you've written down.
No.
Perfect. Can you do me a favour? Can you now figure out what star sign that is?
Oh God, I don't know my star signs. Can I Google it?
If you want to.
I'm gonna need to. Because I don't know what it is.
Okay. I'll hit record then when we're ready to go.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Good? You know it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the reason I had you, I know you're number dyslexic, so I want you to be sure of what star sign you're thinking of, but I also didn't want you to write down a star sign.
Okay.
So that you actually, whatever you're thinking of now, I actually couldn't know.
No.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, let me see if I can. I don't even know if I'm in shot. Am I in shot?
See,
You good? No.
Too tall.
Come up a little bit higher. There we go.
It's too tall.
For the first time, I'll come over a little bit.
I know.
Welcome to another episode of Fuller. I'm Lloyd.
I'm Kaylee.
And today I'm going to show you something. I'm going to try something which I think is, I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But I'm going to try and do a bit of mind reading for you. So that was the whole setup. I said before we record, you can see how casual it is. She was checking her hair in the mirror. I was like, oh, babe, write this down so you can write this down. Make sure you don't know the date. And that was another thing. If I said think of a date that of someone you know, there'd be no need to write it down because she can't forget that.
Yeah.
But by writing down, I said make sure it's a date that you don't know, so it's random. That way, it's more reason to write it down again.
Yeah, but you still haven't told me how you did the trick.
Well, the way I did the trick was, I openly, I'll tell you this, I was sent, and I can't really expose it, but the product itself tells you what it is. I was sent a product from Murphy's called Cogni. Which is a notepad, which is a peak pad. So magicians out there, I'm not going to expose it, but you guys all know what it is. It's an impression pad. And basically what this does is that it allows me to know, without fully exposing it to you, know what you're writing down on a piece of paper. And it's a brilliant little thing.
That's so cool.
I've never really used one before, but because I'm never certain how to justify them, but I put the pieces of the puzzle together for myself, my own personal performance style, and that worked. And I genuinely thought you were going to say, well, I was confident you wouldn't connect the dots because the disconnect was...
It was big enough for me not to, because
you wrote
I
down
have to
something
write
else.
everything down. It's like a normal thing I do every day is write lists and things down because I can't remember numbers. So
yeah, exactly. So that's basically it in a nutshell. I wanted to show you guys a little bit of an example of pre-show, how powerful it can be. You've seen the preamble to this, so you've seen the video set up beforehand. Like I literally set the camera, press record.
Yeah.
These are never set up. And Kaylee, when I was asking you, like, genuinely no idea. That wasn't me saying like play along, pretend to be fooled. I wanted you to. I
couldn't connect the dots.
So because there was reason to write it down. There was it made sense that she didn't know the date of birth because otherwise I could have guessed that. Normally she goes to like her sister or her mother or her father. She's number dyslexic, so she would have forgotten the numbers. And then she translated that information into something which she definitely wouldn't have known in advance or potentially wouldn't have known.
And it's not something like I wouldn't talk about horoscopes and, star signs or things like that. It's not something it would generally be in my brain or, in the forefront of my mind. When I think of a birth date, I don't automatically think of a star sign. It's just not something that I connect. So... yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, so that's Cogni from. It's available. I got it from Murphy's. I think it's a great product when you can justify it, use it correctly, and in an example of using it in pre-show, ultimately it allows you to have somebody think of something, then they can confirm, no, this is not set up. I never wrote this down. There's no way you could know it, and they can they can answer these questions honestly.
Yeah.
And then you can reveal it however you want to in the cleanest manner possible. So
that was really good.
Yeah, a little Thursday Fuller episode tutorial in the mix.
Nice.
Thanks for watching. Today we're celebrating. I'm a year sober.
Woo! Well done, Lloyd.
What was that dance thing?
I don't know.
You want to take a year off from dancing. Year sober, so it's a good day today. Thanks for you all for thanks for you. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for following the channel so far. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll be back on Sunday for a live Sunday service, and of course on Tuesday for another tutorial Tuesday. Sunday may be pre-recorded because that's also my birthday as well.
So we need to do some celebrating.
See you guys in the next video.